My name is Matt, and this is my story. I currently serve on the chapel on the music worship team in Tamworth, playing bass guitar, and singing. I've been a part of the chapel since 2012, when I moved here with my family from Sydney. One thing that always struck me was that it felt like home from the very first time we attended. After a few years in Tamworth, my first marriage fell apart. I did too. I thought that I could fix everything and make everything work, but I inevitably couldn't. I watched everything fall apart around me. I felt like a complete failure. I felt like I was worthless and my life had been broken into pieces. At one point, I was so low, I remember walking beside the Peel River with one of my church mates and just breaking down, sobbing and crying out to Jesus. It felt like I couldn't get a break. I had 6 kids who were all going through their own grief. I was depressed. I didn't know how I could do right by them, but I was determined to do my best for myself and for my children. I knew deep down that God was going to be the answer. There simply was no other options for me to move forward. Regardless of the situation around me, countless setbacks, starting a new business and finding somewhere to live that would accommodate both myself and all the children, I deliberately chose to throw myself back into church and immerse myself in church life, with Jesus firmly being my foundation. I got involved in a Good Connect Bible group with some amazing people and their families, and let God start the healing process of putting me back together of all my broken pieces, making me whole again. He did not disappoint. Over the next few years, things settled down. I had started talking to people on the worship team, as I had always had a love for music and guitars in particular. With some encouragement from my future wife, I started bringing along a guitar to band practices, singing along, and eventually serving on the worship team. I felt like I was a part of something special. 5 years ago, my life took another turn and I stepped out of my comfort zone and asked out my future wife, Stephanie. We stepped into our relationship boldly in faith, and a year later, we were married, surrounded by our COVID-friendly church family and friends. We have faced hardships and blessings, laughter and tears. We have endured the pain of miscarriages and witnessed God answering our prayers with the birth of our little girl Ariella when we were told it may not even be possible. I am so thankful that I made the choice to stand firm in my faith and fully rely on God when weathering the storms around me. We are still ever thankful to God for everything that He has done and continue to count the blessings each day. God is so good.